You're sitting at dinner, laughing with friends. And then it happens. A sudden, sharp hic that catches you off guard. You try to hold your breath, but there it is again. It is one of the most relatable and frustrating human experiences. But have you ever wondered what is actually happening inside your body during this glitch? Let us find out. To understand a hiccup, we first have to look at the diaphragm. This is a large, dome-shaped muscle sitting right below your lungs. Usually, it works like a smooth bellows, pulling down to let air in and relaxing to let it out. But during a hiccup, everything goes haywire. For reasons we are still studying, the diaphragm suddenly spasms and jerks downward. This forced inhalation draws air into your throat at high speed. Then, in a split-second reaction, the glottis, a flap of tissue in your throat, snaps shut to protect your airways. That hic sound you hear? That is literally the sound of your vocal cords slamming together. It is a perfectly timed two-part physical comedy happening right in your chest. But why would your body do something so coordinated, yet so completely useless? The answer lies deeper within your nervous system. Your body is essentially a giant network of wiring, and sometimes those wires get crossed. The stars of the hiccup show are the phrenic and vagus nerves. These long nerves act like high-speed communication cables between your brain and your digestive system. Think of it like a sophisticated software loop. If something irritates these nerves, perhaps you ate your favorite pizza too fast or drank a freezing cold soda, they send a frantic signal to the brainstem. The brainstem is the control room for things we do without thinking, like breathing or blinking. When it receives this error signal, it panics and triggers a reflex arc. It is basically a neurological glitch, a loop of code that keeps repeating until the system resets. This is why you cannot just will a hiccup to stop. Your conscious mind is not the one in charge of this specific button. So, what exactly pushes that panic button? The most common triggers are actually quite simple. Eating too much stretches the stomach, which sits right underneath the diaphragm. This physical pressure irritates the nerves we mentioned earlier. Sudden temperature changes, like a hot soup followed by ice water, can also shock the system. Even intense emotions like excitement or stress can play a role. And then, there are the cures. We have all heard them. Drink water upside down, eat a spoonful of sugar, or have someone jump out and scare you. While most of these are just myths, they all share a common goal to disrupt the reflex loop. By scaring someone, you trigger a sudden gasp that might reset the diaphragm's rhythm. It is like hitting Ctrl-Alt-Delete on your body's software. It does not always work, but it is certainly more entertaining than just waiting it out. Here's the most fascinating part. Hiccups might actually be a leftover ghost of our ancient past. Some scientists believe the hiccup reflex is a primitive glitch inherited from our ancestors who lived in the water. Think about tadpoles. They use a very similar mechanism to breathe, closing their glottis to push water across their gills without letting it into their lungs. In humans, this reflex seems to have outstayed its welcome by a few 100 million years. Another theory suggests it helps infants learn how to nurse by preventing milk from entering the windpipe. In fact, babies in the womb have been observed hiccuping quite frequently. Whether it is an evolutionary souvenir or a childhood training tool, the hiccup reminds us that our bodies are still full of biological mysteries. It is a small, chirping reminder that we are complex biological machines, and even the best machines have a few bugs in the system. Next time you find yourself stuck in a hiccup loop, remember it is just your brain and your diaphragm having a little disagreement. If you enjoyed this dive into your body's glitches, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We are here to help you understand the why behind everything. Thanks for watching, and stay curious.